Hello everybody, welcome back to Super Tech Services. This is Brian and we got another cool video for you. So keeping with the theme of resetting things, today we're going to show you how to reset the developing unit counter as well as refill the developing unit using aftermarket developer. Now this is not an OEM replacement and is not recommended by the OEM, but this is something you could do if you wish. So warning if it doesn't work. Alright, so pull down the front cover, power off the copier on the right side, and just like the drum, we're just going to go ahead and take our drill or screwdriver and remove the one screw, potentially two screws if you have the orange clip holding it in, and go ahead and slide out the drum. Remove the two clamps, the two gray clamps, and remove the drum. And you may want to cover the drum with some paper just to keep any light from shining on it. Now you're going to want to remove this one screw here. Just make sure it comes all the way out. I left it in, but it should have came all the way out. And then just lift the developing unit out from the frame. Now you want to remove the two screws to the left holding the developer auger cover and pull it right out, just like so. Now head over to a trash can and you could begin the process of dumping out all the old developer. This will take a while, probably up to 2 minutes, up to 5 minutes. Just take your time and make sure you get all of it out. Alright, so after a couple minutes it should look like that. You can see there's still a little bit left in there, but we'll go ahead and vacuum out the rest. But if you'd like, you can still keep turning it and get it all out that way if you'd like. Okay, next up we're going to vacuum the developer. Just make sure it's nice and clean. So this is where you'll get any residue developer out of the unit. So just keep turning it and vacuuming as you go. Alright, now that it's pretty clean, go ahead and grab your developer. Make sure that it has about 500 grams of black developer in it. Okay, and you're just going to open the package and be sure to mix it up well. Okay, now you're going to want to cut a slit at the top left hand side of the developer. And if you have a funnel, it would be good to just use a funnel and you could dump all the developer into the funnel. But if you don't, it's okay if you dump little bits at a time into the auger section while turning the developing unit at the same time. But I do recommend a funnel as it's a lot easier. So here I took a drill and just placed it on the developing unit rotation screw and just gear, and go ahead and just turn it. This is the fastest way to do it, but you can also manually turn it by hand as well. And then make sure to use all the developer, so keep turning it until all of it is used. Try not to spill as much as I did. And go ahead and vacuum it out. Be sure to make sure not to touch the mag roller. You can go around it, but you don't want to touch the mag roller. Okay, now you're going to replace the developing unit auger cover. And this will be 2 screws. Be sure if you're using a drill to set it to the lowest torque. If you over torque these screws, it will strip. It's usually not recommended to use a drill like I did, but my torque is very low. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and replace the developing unit sensor. This can be done before. If you would like to do it with the developer MD, it's probably a little bit better, but nothing's going to spill out. So remove the 5 screws, just like so, and this will allow our developing unit to be reset and will allow the machine to perform its proper adjustments. So just disconnect the board from the connector and place your new one in. Now the ones that we've bought are a little bit shorter. They come from China, but they work perfectly fine. You just have to make sure that you fit them in and they don't move too much. So place it in like so, and just be very gentle. Make sure it does not move. And you can hold the board with your finger to keep it from moving. And once again, once you get the cover in place, go ahead and screw it down. And once again, please, if you're using a drill, make sure you're at your lowest torque setting. Okay, now that all the screws are in, you can tighten them down. Pull the developing unit right side up, and then shake it back and forth a little bit to make sure the developer falls back down evenly. Okay, now we're ready to reinstall. So place the developing unit back in the rails. Make sure it's seated properly. And you will screw in the 1 screw. I'm sorry it's off camera here, but you'll put the 1 screw back in. And then you're going to install the drum. Same thing, make sure it's seated correctly and clamp down. Slide the unit back in. Screw in the top screw. And if you have a bottom one, you do the bottom one as well. Put the waste toner back in. And power on the copier. Okay, and after a minute or two, you can go ahead and go into the menu and check if it's been reset. And you can see there the developing unit is completely full at 100% now. And you can go ahead and run your gradation and some of your other adjustments just to make sure that it's working properly. I'll print a test page just to show you how it looks. And just like that, it is back. Perfect. It looks great. Thank you everybody for watching. We will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.